Hi, hello, namaste. Welcome to MathMads YouTube channel. So today's topic of discussion is the most loved topic of students. I think you can actually make out from here. So today's topic of discussion is trigonometry. Trigonometry is having the actual weightage of 12 marks, which you can divide as 7 and 5, because 7, if you know the basics correctly, 7 is in your pocket. If you know the application correctly, then the next 5 is also in your pocket. So in this chapter, basically, you have just learned three things. Just that's it. Yeah, trigonometric ratios, standard angles, and trigonometric identities. What is trigonometry actually teaching us? It's actually giving you the relation between sides and angles of a right angle triangle. So I have considered the right angle triangle here, and it is right angled at B. You already know that it's the relation between sides and angles. So for the right angle here, the side which is opposite to the largest angle is giving you the hypotenuse, which is nothing but the largest side. Now, let me consider theta. Okay. So for this theta, what is the strength of this theta? Whatever happens in the triangle now will be expressed in terms of theta. The side which is opposite to the angle theta is your opposite side. The side which is next to the angle theta, very close. So you can call this as adjacent side. By now, easily you can make out what is opposite side, adjacent side, and hypotenuse. The most basic thing. What were we studying? We were studying the trigonometric ratio, how to remember those ratios, right? So now, as I told, theta is the most powerful thing in trigonometry. So let me consider the two sides which are with respect to theta, that is opposite side and adjacent side. Opposite side, adjacent side. Now, since I need a ratio, I will compare both of them with the largest side. So, opposite by hypotenuse, adjacent by hypotenuse. Whenever I take the ratio of opposite by hypotenuse, it is called sine theta or sine of theta. Whenever I take the ratio of adjacent by hypotenuse, it is cos theta or cos of theta. Now again, with respect to theta, I have two sides. I will compare those two sides itself. I will be getting the ratio as opposite by adjacent. So whenever I take the ratio of opposite by adjacent, that is called as tan of theta. Okay. So these are the two things which you have to remember. Sin theta is opposite by hypotenuse, cos theta is adjacent by hypotenuse. So these two are your basic ratios. Okay. Moving on. The next three ratios, how to remember them? You have identified three ratios already. Take the reciprocal of them. You will be getting the reciprocal ratios. Let us see what is there in the reciprocal ratios. The first thing, I will take the reciprocal of sin theta. 1 by sin theta is the reciprocal. So whenever I take the reciprocal, which means that opposite by hypotenuse will become hypotenuse by opposite. The numerator and denominator gets exchanged. Next, 1 by sin theta is called cosecant theta. Similarly, the next ratio is cos theta. So 1 by cos theta is called secant theta. Next, 1 by tan theta. 1 by tan theta will be called cot theta. Okay. So these three are your reciprocal ratios. These are your reciprocal ratios. Okay. Now, from the examination point of view, maybe you won't be getting much questions from basic ratios. There are chances where you can get 1 or 2 marks based on the reciprocal ratios. Now, one question for all of you. Tell me, okay, let me just write here itself. Sin theta into cosecant theta. What will you get? Sin theta into cosecant theta. You already know, no? The cosecant theta is the reciprocal of sin theta. So, sin theta into 1 by sin theta. You will be getting the RHS as 1. Similarly, you can make out for the rest of them. I'll just write one more. Cos theta into secant theta. What will you get? Again, it will be 1. Tan theta into cot theta. Again, this will also be 1. Not to forget, these are some of the relation. One more relation. 1 by sin theta is cosecant theta. Now tell me what happens for 1 by cosecant theta. You'll be getting sin theta because you'll interchange them. Similarly, 1 by cos theta is secant theta. 1 by secant theta is cos theta. You should be able to figure out that relation knowing that basic ratio and reciprocal ratios. The second concept which you have learnt in trigonometry is standard angles. We know that theta is acute in a right angle triangle. So 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90, these are called as standard angles. Now for different ratios, let us see what will be the values. The first thing which you have to remember, as I told in trigonometry, is sin theta and cos theta. You have to remember their ratios. Now the second thing, 0, half, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2, 1. This simple line of values is the values of the ratio sin theta for 0, 30, 45 degrees, 60 and 90 degrees. So this line you have to remember. It's easy if you practice 5 to 6 times, you will easily get it. 0, half, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2, 1. Done. Now, you wrote this line from left to right. Write the same thing from right to left, you will be getting cos theta, the values of cos theta. 0, half, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2, 1. Okay. So, if you know sin theta and cos theta, you can easily write the rest of them. Okay. Coming to tan theta. How do you figure what is tan theta? Tan theta is nothing but the ratio of sin theta and cos theta. If you divide the ratios of sin and cos, you will be getting tan. 0 by 1. If I divide, I will get tan 0. Okay. So, 0 by 1 is 0. 1 by 2 and root 3 by 2. You will be getting 1 by root 3. 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2. You will be getting 1. Root 3 by 2, 1 by 2. You will be getting root 3, 1 by 0. It's a undetermined form. So, you can just write not defined. Simple. Let us come to the reciprocal ratios. Cosecant, secant and cot. These are the reciprocals of sin, cos and tan. Sin theta, I will take the reciprocal, I will get cosecant theta. So, 0 by 1. Again, or 1 by, the reciprocal is 1 by 0. You will be getting not defined. Next, 1 by 2. Reciprocal of this will be 2. 1 by root 2. Reciprocal of this will be root 2. Root 3 by 2. The reciprocal of this will be 2 by root 3. You have 1 there. Reciprocal of 1 obviously you will get as 1. Simple, no? Reciprocal of sin theta is cosecant theta. The next thing, secant theta. Secant is the reciprocal of cos theta. So take the reciprocal of values, you will be getting the values of secant theta. So 1 by 1, you will be getting 1 again. Root 3 by 2, 2 by root 3. The next thing is cos 45. Cos 45 is 1 by root 2, you will be getting root 2. You have 1 by 2 here, so the reciprocal of it will be 2. You have 0 here, 0, 1 by 0, you will be getting again as not defined. The last ratio, cot theta. Cot theta is the reciprocal of tan theta. So here you have tan 0 is 0, 1 by 0, it is not defined. Not defined. Next you have 1 by root 3. The reciprocal of this will be root 3. You have 1 here. So the reciprocal of this also will be 1. You have root 3 there. Reciprocal of it. 1 by root 3. You have not defined there. So if you take the reciprocal of it, you will be getting as 0. So these are the values. Better to write it somewhere in your exam paper. No one will give extra marks, but it's better to have reference, right? So these values, maybe you will get 2 marks or 3 marks questions. Find the values and deduce. Anything like that you can get. Make sure you write this table at least once in your answer sheet. The third concept which you have learnt in trigonometry is trigonometric identities. So first thing which you have to remember is sin theta and cos theta, the ratio. The second thing was the line of values, 0 of 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2, 1. Here comes the third thing. And the first identity in trigonometric identities is sin, again it is also related to sin theta and cos theta. Sin theta and cos theta. Okay, take the squares of them. So sin square theta plus cos square theta will be equal to 1. Simple to remember, no? Sin square theta, cos square theta. Okay, take the sum of them, you will be getting 1. That is the third and the last thing which you have to remember in trigonometry. Okay, moving on. There are 3 identities, right? How do we deduce the second identity? The same thing. The first identity I will rewrite. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. But one small step I have to take here. What is that? I will divide the whole equation by sin square theta first. Okay, I'll just write here divide by sin square theta. Okay, if I divide, what will I get? Here also I'll get sin square theta. Here also I'll get sin square theta. 1 by sin square theta. Okay, so sin square theta by sin square theta, you'll be getting 1. Let me write that 1. Plus will remain as it is plus cos square theta by sin square theta. What will you get? You'll be getting This is the actual ratio of cot theta, but since there are squares here, I'll write cot square theta. 1 by sin square theta. 1 by sin is the ratio of cosecant theta. So since square is there, I'll write cosecant square theta. This is your second identity. Simple to remember, no? With the help of this identity itself, by dividing by sin square theta, you got the second identity. The same thing you do for third identity as well. So write the first identity once again. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Okay. You have divided with sin square theta. Now divide by cos square theta. Divide the whole equation by cos square theta. Okay. What will you write here? Divide by cos square theta. Okay. Sin square theta by cos square theta. Cos square theta by cos square theta. 1 by cos square theta. Okay. So sin square theta by cos square theta is tan square theta. Cos square theta by cos square theta. If you cancel, you will be getting 1. 1 by cos square theta is nothing but secant square theta. This is your third identity. So first identity sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Write the same thing, divide by sin square theta, you will be getting the second identity. Again write the first identity, divide by cos square theta, you will be getting the second identity. This is how you remember the trigonometric identities. Now, from examination point of view, I told that 2 or 3 marks you will be getting in values. If not values, you will be getting questions from here. You should be able to deduce the other relation. For example, sin square theta and cos square theta is equal to 1. Now the same thing, if I want to find the value of cos theta, maybe I can interchange, maybe I can send sin square theta to the other side, find the value of cos theta. The same thing can happen here also. If I know the value of cosecant square theta, maybe I can deduce the value of cot square theta also. Same thing here. If I know the value of tan square theta, I can deduce the value of secant square theta. So that relation, using the identity relation, whatever is there, if there are some changes of values, you should be able to deduce them. Maybe you will get this identities, the help of these identities in proving the problems. Now let's start by solving some MCQs. The first question is, if theta is acute, cot theta is given as 12 by 5, then sin theta plus cos theta is. So they have given you the value of cot theta. Using the concept of trigonometric ratio, you have to find the value of sin theta and cos theta. So the first one, what is given? Cot theta is 12 by 5. So what is cot theta actually? It's actually the ratio of adjacent by opposite. So let us write a right angle triangle first. Mark this as theta. So if this is theta, adjacent by opposite. So adjacent is 12 and opposite is 5. What are the values which we want? Sin theta and cos theta. Sin theta is opposite by hypotenuse. Cos theta is adjacent by hypotenuse. So for finding both of these, you need the value of hypotenuse. With these values, apply the Pythagoras theorem. So 12 square plus 5 square is going to give you, let me name it first, ABC, is going to give you AC square. 12 square is 144, 5 square is 25, AC square. So your AC is 169, which is nothing but AC is 13. So this will become 13. Now you know all the three sides. So what is sin theta? Sin theta is 5 by 13, opposite by hypotenuse. Sin theta is opposite, which is 5, by hypotenuse, which is 13. What is cos theta? Cos theta is adjacent by hypotenuse. So it is 12 by 13. What is the value which we have to find? Sin theta plus cos theta. So take the sum of both of them. 5 by 13 plus 12 by 13 is nothing but 17 by 13. Which is the correct option? Option B is the correct answer. This is your first MCQ. Similarly, let us go to the second MCQ. Sin A plus cos A whole square plus sin A minus cos A whole square is equal to. Okay. So this is nothing but A plus B whole square plus A minus B whole square. Let us expand them. Okay. Second one. Sin A plus cos A whole square can be, if you expand it, you will be getting sin square A plus cos square A minus plus 2 sin A cos A. Okay. Next, you have addition here. So you will write plus again. What is the next thing? Sin A minus cos A whole square. So A minus B whole square. So sin square A plus cos square A. The only change with respect to the first one is here you will get minus 2 sin A cos A. Okay. So here you have, if you even open the brackets, here you have plus 2 sin A cos A. Here you have minus 2 sin A cos A. So you can easily cancel out them. Sin square A plus cos square A. It is trigonometric identity. So this you can write as 1 plus sin square A plus cos square A you have again. So this also you can write as 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Let us see if that option is there. Yes, option B is 2. So the correct answer is option B. Simple ones. MCQs are actually very simple. Now, the value of cos 1 into cos 2 so on into cos 90 is. Now, do you need the value of cos 1, 2, 3 to get the value of this? You need it? No, right? Because you know from the standard angles table that cos 90 is 0. So, anything you multiply with 0, what will you get? You will be getting 0 itself. So, what is the correct answer? Option B is the correct answer. Again, these are some of the sample MCQs which you might get in your exams.